Hey everybody, this is Molly here, and unfortunately there's no Kathy there, but I'll cover that in just a minute. And I know y'all miss her as much or as more than I do. I miss that old thing. But anyway, so I wanted to give y'all a little heads up. Today is December 18th when I'm recording this. It's been a couple of months at least since Kathy and I've recorded anything. I had actually promised Kathy 3 or 4 weeks ago. She and I talked on the phone. She lost her mom. She went up to Wisconsin to, for a family visit and go home and see the kids that live up there and her mom and sisters and things. And unfortunately, while she was there, her mom took ill and passed away. So instead of coming home before Thanksgiving, she's going to be there another couple of weeks. But anyway, when she and I were talking on the phone, I promised her I'd go ahead and do a video kind of thing, say hello to everybody and thank you for everybody who's reaching out. But the minute I hung up the phone from her, which was like the first week or more in December, um, right after Thanksgiving, um, I got bronchitis. I mean, I hung up the phone and lost my voice, started coughing like a crazy person, and I've had bronchitis for the last 3 weeks. So this is kind of the first week that I can talk and not cough like a crazy thing. But anyway, I'm still crazy, but at least I'm not coughing as bad. So hello, from Kathy to everybody. Thank you so much for all the sweet, warm wishes and wishes of wellness for her family and things, and for those of y'all who are here. The other thing I just want to cover, might want to skip forward about a minute or two if you don't want to hear this part, but for those of you who have reached out and a little bit worried because Kathy and I live in El Paso, and I think we're making the national news lately because of the influx of immigrants that are coming in from South America and Mexico and different places and things. El Paso, for years, has been one of the safest cities in all of the United States. You can look it up. It is one of the safest cities in the whole of the United States. Along with being a safe city, we have a huge presence of Army, Border Patrol, fabulous police department, and things like that. But in addition to that, we have a beautiful family community, church community, a social community that is very generous, warm, giving, and family oriented and safety in mind. This is a wonderful community. It's wonderful. But anyway, the influx of immigrants has been tremendous. So far, it is, my heart goes out to them. It's been in the 20s at night here. So if you can imagine, that's just got to be awful. The city services, church services, state services, the federal services, they're reaching their max on this because so many immigrants are coming in. But they're doing their very best at trying to take care of these people and keep them safe and out of harm's way and thing and all. But they're reaching the breaking point here, and so our mayor has just declared a state of emergency, which will allow some other resources to come into the area and all. But something's got to give. I mean, we got to figure this out. We're a smart enough country to figure this out. But anyway, but just for those of you, regardless of your stance on immigration, man, I would not want to be sleeping outside at 20 degrees. It's just that's not good. So something we got to do something anyway. But so far, the city has maintained a high level of safety, um, a huge sense of community and compassion and things. But anyway, so we're, whatever you're hearing on the national news, we're safe and sound, and my heart just goes out to the situation. Okay, so that was it. Thank you, everybody who's been patient and sending some of the sweetest little notes and things. Kathy did depend on me to keep the ball going, and I dropped it. I'm telling you, I just threw it off the court. But here we are. So I want to get started. Now, let me think what else I want to do before I get started. I had already tried to record this once. It didn't have the volume on. So anyway, let me back up a little bit. I'm going to go over some whips and some finishes and things like that, a little bit of a haul. And then I have asked Kathy a couple of times to send me the winners for the contest from the last videos from long ago, and she's been a little distracted. So I haven't gotten those yet, and I hate to redraw because somebody won. So she'll get that to me, but I'm going to be showing some things that I will draw for, from this video in a week. I'll probably draw on December 25th. Today's the 18th, So we'll get back on track on that, and I apologize for the delay. But let me back up and go over some whips that I have, and some of these you've seen before. I see other people do life updates. I'm going to give you just a little bit of a life update. I have not stitched as much as I should have or would like to have had. in the last several weeks. Couple of reasons. One, I don't know what the flu. We had bronchitis. My husband and I, it was just viral bronchitis and coughing like crazy and just fatigue. I mean, just we could. Oh my God, we take 3 steps and honk out. Well, we're old. We use any excuse for a nap, but oh my God, we were just exhausted. I couldn't focus to stitch, but I did get some stitching done. But also along with that, starting in November, Kathy's going off on her trip. I'm thinking, I'm okay. I'm going to stitch like a mad woman. I'm just going to stitch this stitch. But I had committed to a couple of things. So over a 3-week period in November, I had committed to having a group of crafters over to my house. It'd be like 20 ladies who can come over, and we're going to do these Christmas crafts. Excuse me. Well, it took me a week and a half to clean the house. More than that to get the crafts ready, Excuse me. So, you hear my husband in the background. So, I get it all ready and all that stuff, but that shot about 2 weeks. Excuse me. So, let me take my medicine here. Ginger ale. So, that's about 2 weeks more out of November. Well, then the next day, I'm going to be having another group of ladies over. And we're going to be playing Bunko, which is a fun little dice game. Okay, that's it now. That's officially it. Let me close my door because I'm hearing my husband coughing like crazy too. Hold on. I'll be right back. How's that for compassion? I hear him coughing, so I'm just going to close the door. See, it stopped. Okay. But anyway, so we had the Bunko game over there. Well, that took another week or so. Well, then I had committed to doing the table decorations for one of the things that one of the clubs I'm in is going to have in December, like the first week in December. So I'm busy making these, table decorations for this big old get together. Now, a friend of mine named Ann from here in El Paso came over and helped me. We had a blast getting them done, but it took a while, So November's getting kind of shot. It's PC, getting stuff done. Feeling pretty good though. I'm not sick. Well, then Thanksgiving comes. One of the friends here in town, a little bit older than me. Anyway, she has a son, and she asked if she and her son could come over for Thanksgiving. Well, John and I weren't even planning on cooking hardly. It's just the two of us. Our son and daughter-in-law are up in Washington State, so we'll just be Zooming. But sure, we'll cook. So instead of just cooking a normal amount of food for 4 people, oh no, John and I go out shopping. I am not exaggerating. We cooked enough food for probably 24 people. But it was delicious. But that shot the end of November. Kathy calls me. She's, unfortunately lost her mom. I promised I'd do the video. Hung up the phone. I've got bronchitis. Can't talk. So that's kind of been my life update. It's been a hectic little thing. So what I did do, which I think is smart, I took up my calendar. I have an 18-month calendar, so it goes all the way through next year. And I opened it up to November 1st, and I wrote an N, and then I flipped it to December 28th, and I wrote an O, and I go, no. So I'm not committing to anything next year. Nothing. I'm not committing to anything. So anyway, that's my life update. Now, how I put down no bronchitis, I've got to figure that out. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Aren't y'all wishing Kathy was here and she was doing some talking now? Okay, so I want to show you one of my whips, and I laughed. Y'all have seen this before. It was from the magazine, over several issues of the magazine, from 2010, I think. And it was The Gift of Stitching, and it's this chart that is, can I get it right side up piece? Okay, it's the, I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols played. So see, I've gotten a pretty good way with this one. So I think I can finish it before Christmas. Maybe not the beading, but I can get pretty far along. But I'm loving it. I am just absolutely loving it. It's on rustic 14 count Aida. So if you can see, that's some pretty open weave. Can you see me through it? Hey, open weave material and all, and I love it. But as I'm reading it, I came across one symbol. I wasn't sure what the stitch was. So I pull out the instructions, go to read them to see what the stitch was, and I see a note. 1 square on this chart equals 2 linen threads. This project is not suitable for use on Aida. So, why not? I need to know. I am this far along. Is there something wrong with that? It's big, but I don't care. It'll be big. But it's like, why isn't it good on Ada? So anyway, I laughed. I'm like, well, kind of thing. So maybe one or two of those stitches they were wanting me to do is meant for linen only, but I'm just doing it on Ada. But anyway, so that was one of my whips. I'm click-a-legging along on and proud of it. I understand Christmas is a week away. I'm with you on that. Now this chart right here is, if y'all can recognize it, it's Chelsea and Priscilla, from the Stitching with the Housewives, or the Real Housewives of Stitching. And this looks like a long tree stem, doesn't it? But it's my needle and thread. And it's into All a Good Night. And it's a long, wide, if I open this up, you can see it's going to be a wide thing. And the reason I did this one and was happy doing it, not sure if I'll finish it this Christmas, but Kathy had shown in July one of the things she had made years ago was a beautiful 3D, like a gingerbread house, and it had some beautiful beading on it. It was so delicate and small. My big old hands, there's no way I could do that. But in my mind's eye, if I stitch this, I can go in, I'm going to be able to add some pretty little beads and things and gingerbreading to this and make just a real cute thing. I've also bought a thing from Hobby Lobby that I had gotten on sale that's a big, pretty, well, it looks like the top of a window or something. It's long and wide, that's going to fit on. So when I get it through, but that's one thing I've been enjoying stitching. Now another whip that I have, oh, let me see where I've started this thing twice, so let me see if I can find my parts. Okay, this right here was something that one of our viewers, Cindy, had sent me the frame for this, the box, and it's the old Tannenbaum from Brenda Gervais, and I love it. And I used some fiber on a whim parchment, and it's an 18 count. Well, this is the first time I've ever stitched 1/1 on 18 count, and you can see how, his beard's not done. It's, I'm doing that. But I love how delicate it looks. So vintage and so prim. I love it. So I told Kathy, I might actually do more things 1/1. I love how it's coming out. And Kathy told me if I didn't like, this is DMC, if I didn't like the DMC, that I might want to try Sulky because it's a little bit thicker. And I actually went on Amazon, and I'm not sure if it's even the right thing, but Amazon had a thing where it was a plastic container and it had all 80 colors of Sulky thread, and they called them 12 weight, and they said they were good for cross stitching and embroidery. So I bought them, and I love them so far. I've stitched a little bit with them, but so now I have Sulky if I need it for that kind of stuff. Here's the chart for the and to All a Good Night. So what does it say? Stitching with the Housewives. I love them. I watch every one of their videos. I can't remember the name. But isn't that going to be darling? I love it. Okay, so those are some whips. Now this whip, I'm embarrassed to show you all this because I haven't gotten any farther than this because I've worked on so many other things. I've only gotten this far on the second square. This is that Balthy Designs. But the 12 days of Christmas are actually from December 25th to January 8th. So since I'm feeling better, can actually breathe, not taking these, day-long naps. We literally were sleeping probably 18 hours out of the day. Anyway, I'm going to start on December 25th concentrating on this little puppy right there and see how far I can get. So maybe by next Christmas I can have him finished. Okay. Now, next, let's see what's next. Have a couple more whips if y'all are still with me here. Okay, this is something. It's fall, it's been a couple months since I've seen y'all, so I'm going back and forth. But I want to show you, this was the welcome sign I was doing, and it was from this Corners and Curves. See it on the back? Isn't that pretty? But what I wanted to show y'all, I wish Kathy was here so bad. I want to show her this up close. I love how this square came out. I'm going to throw the whole rest of the thing away and just frame that. Isn't that pretty? I love the colors. But anyway, so I got to do the third little part because I've already got the word welcome done, But I loved how this was coming out. I just love the colors on that. So Anyway, okay, now this one was one. I teased Kathy. I got a dilemma here. Look, I'm just laying it like that. This was from Plum Street. Y'all seen it before. It's the Gather In. I just think it's darling. And all. But this was an 18 count, and I was doing over 2. Well, after I did that, I can't see through myself. After I started that, one with the over 1, I'm like, should I start this over? No, I should not start this over. You don't get to vote. I'm not starting this over. But if I did, I'm telling you, I think I would have. I wished I'd have done it over 1. You know. So I'm loving how this is coming out, but it is a whip, and it is a soon to be forgotten until later in my life whip or something. But anyway, okay, here's one. I haven't gotten very far on him. Sorry. This is that Twin Peaks Santa. Now on here, he's a much, much brighter blue. Well, I decided I was going to do him in a darker blue and more vintagey colors. And this is as far as I've gotten. He's going to be a big little fella, isn't he? But I love how he's coming out. I'm going to love him. So, and I'm about to hit some red. You can see on the house and all that kind of stuff. So, and this was a pattern from 2020. So if I can get through by 2024 or something, I'm going to call that a win. But anyway, so that's the Twin Peaks Santa. I love how he's coming out. Okay, this is, and bear this in mind because one of the giveaways is going to be something from Fat Quarter Shop, some little ornaments. But this was the 12 Days of Stitchy Ornaments, and from Erica Michaels, I think. No, Erica Made Designs, Erica Made. And aren't they cute and bright? And all I was doing was just one day while I couldn't do anything else, I just stitched, working on those a little bit to try and get some bright colored little things made. How easy are those and all, but I liked them, so they were fun. Okay, so that was my, wait, I have one more whip over here. I have one more whip over here. Is this it? Okay. How many, well, I actually have a couple more whips, but we're going to just go in however I have this desk piled up. Okay. Those of you who were lucky enough, had a blast at it. I couldn't go to any of the rooms or anything because there's no way I was going to click on, look at me. I look like death warmed over and I'm coughing like a, hag or something. So, but they had the Jingle Ball. When was it? December 2nd and 3rd, something like, I don't remember when it was. But I, there's no way I could have gone into any of the Zoom rooms and try to talk with anybody and all, but I was hoping I could have touched a couple of the people. I know like Brenda and Laura had signed up, and Missy and Kathy had signed up, and some other people had signed up, and I wanted to go in and just touch them. I wanted to touch my screen and act like I was there with them. But I loved it. I did not sign up for any of the classes, so I wasn't disturbed that I didn't get in on the classes because they sold out so fast. But it was their first time, so, I think they did an excellent, excellent, excellent job. For first time, I can't wait to see what comes of it. But the moral to the story is they had some exclusive patterns, and then they had some other things on sale from the different vendors that were there. There were 12 vendors there, 12 designers. And I bought some things. Well, one of the things I bought, I'm not saying this is new. I don't have a clue what was new, old, exclusive, whatever. I just bought what I bought. But one of the patterns was from Teresa Colgert, and it was strutting. First, I love the word strutting. Let's just keep strutting. So anyway, I just thought he was precious, and this is as big as he's going to be. Isn't that cute? So that's as far as I got on him. But that little deer tickles the fire out of me. So how big does it say it is? It says it's going to be 5.5 by 4.5. So, that sounds easy enough, doesn't it? Okay, so that was whips. Now I'm going to go to finishes, and if y'all are still here with me, I appreciate more than you can know, y'all watching this and listening to it. Wish Kathy was here for y'all, but I wish she was here for me, heck with y'all. But anyway, let's just keep going. Just keep getting through this. Okay, I'm going to back up just a little bit. I don't even know the name of this anymore, but it was a little cute little cat I had done, showed y'all. And the only reason I'm going to show you is because I got it finished, and I went shopping. This was from out of the Dollar Tree bin. I think this was out of the Dollar Tree bin back then. But I bought these two materials from a fabulous little fabric store in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And I think it's perfect. So I'm going to try to get those finished before, finished before next year. And I like how they came out. And then this was one of the other finishes. If we had done a video back in the 1st of November, these would have made more sense, huh? But anyway, so I love these. I just love it. So that was some finishes. Okay, from the Jingle Bell Ball, another thing I bought is they had an ornament book for sale, and it was all these ornaments that you could buy. And I'm thinking it was exclusive to the Jingle Bell Ball. And I love some of them, like some of them. But one of the ones that I liked the most out of the book, which actually probably bought the book for this one, was this cutie. Isn't he darling? I just love the magical look of him. And of course, that's a hands-on design from Kathy Haberman and her husband. I just love watching the two of them. And I have to tell you, one of my favorite parts of the Jingle Bell, no, the Jingle Ball. Excuse me, I keep saying the Jingle Bell Ball. It's the Jingle Ball. Getting to meet and spend time with the designers and Kathy Haberman and her husband. I love when they do their videos, but I like it. I mean, they were just with us, just talking like we were the best of friends or something like that. And I loved it. I really, really enjoyed that. Okay, and then I did get this finished, not fully finished, but finished, and it's the wait a minute. From the Fat Quarter Shop. It was their stitch along. Isn't it cute? I love it. And this was a frame, best of intentions, paving the road to heck, But in my mind's eye, this is almost finished kind of thing. So that was a finish. Whew. Okay, now let's see. We're going to go to showing you, I'm going to call it haul, kitted up, future plans. You can label it however you want to, but this is what we're going to. Now I want to back up for a minute and just tell you something, because this is what's running through my mind. I got behind, okay. But Missy and Kathy of Two Needles Pulling Thread, we're going to do a live today. Today's December 18th. And I'm telling you, I didn't do anything today other than watch the World Cup in the morning and all kind of replays of the World Cup. Fabulous game if you're into soccer or football at all. It was like, oh my God, that was a game. But my husband and I watched that. And then the whole rest of the day, my whole day was they're live. Kathy and Missy from Two Needles Pulling Thread. We're going to have a live at 7 p.m. Eastern, which would be 5 p.m. my time, Mountain Time. I wasn't going to do anything else till I saw that live. Well, I spent 20 minutes after 5 trying to figure out what's going on. Well, I finally see the message that they've had 24 inches of snow. Oh my God. So they've had to postpone the live because they have no electricity and internet, which I'm hoping they're warm, and safe. But so that kind of changed my plans. But I couldn't wait to see their live and see what they were going to do. But when I was hearing about their live, they did a video. See, this is how trouble starts. You watch these dang floss tubes, and they tell you about something, and they tell you about something, and then they show you a chart, and then before you know it, you're just committed to all this stuff, or should be committed. But anyway, to all these stitch-alongs and special events, and you got to buy this and buy that. But anyway, so Missy and Kathy tell me about two things. I got to check it out. First, they're live. Well, that's the third thing. So they're live. Okay, but then they told me about. They told me. They told us about Jessica from Sweetwater Stitchers, who is one of the sweetest girls on the planet. I think I just love her. And Alicia, who's from the Fanciful Flamingo, who I had not known, but now I do. They got together and started a Facebook page called SYS 2023. Stitch Your Stash 2023. Well, I love that. I'm telling you, when you see all this nonsense over here, you're going to see why it was made for me. So I go look on their Facebook page and I sign up for it. And they just started and they're already up. I mean, when I went on, Kathy and Missy said they were up to 200. They were already up to 500 by the time I went on. So I think more people than me have this problem. But anyway, their page is fabulous. Well, one thing they showed was they had a calendar you could download. Like I downloaded it right into my Outlook calendar, so I'm set to go. These women are professionals. They know what they're doing. But they're having Zoom meetings once a month on I'm going to tell you it's a Thursday. You can look on that thing and see. Is January 19th a Thursday? It's a Thursday. Okay, anyway, so they're having these once a month Zoom meetings. and, you know, stitch your stash. And they've got a Facebook page set up and an Instagram page. It's just fabulous. Okay. So January 19th. Okay, I got to get ready. Got to get my things kitted up for my stash. Got to get, you know, my plans out of what I'm going to do and all this kind of stuff. Gives me a goal. So I'm ready. Well, in the meantime, they tell me about this thing. I say they, Missy and Kathy and some of them are talking about Kea Bee. And she has this thing called 12 by 12. And it's New Year's Eve. I'm going to tell you it's starting at noon because noon to midnight makes sense. 12 by 12. And it's you start 12 projects. Well, instead of just starting 12 projects, they have one team that starts and one team that whips. So you can work on whips or you can start whips. Well, this, you know, you can do what the heck you want. 6 and 6. I don't, but anyway, the moral of the story is it's going to be a, you know, a day of, you know, stitchy fun. So I got those two things. Well, and also what I've added in, of course, was I want to stitch on Christmas because I kind of missed part of the season there. Through the January 8th, which is the last day of, you know, the 12 days of Christmas. So I've got some Christmas stitching I've got to get in there. Plus, I've got to make my plans for what am I going to accomplish next year, hopefully, and all. So bear all that in mind when I show you some of these things going forward, and I will take all the help I can get on planning this out and all. Okay, one of the first things I wanted to go back and show you, I have not forgotten this. And my dilemma is finding the perfect fabric. This was the 12 Days of Christmas, the first day of Christmas, sampler and tree. And it's from Hello from Liz Matthews, who is just a doll. But I have tried 2 or 3 different fabrics, and I haven't found the perfect fabric. But what I think is I did get this in from Fat Quarter Shop. I bought it from Fat Quarter Shop, I think. And I think I'm going to tea dye, coffee dye, blah, 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 dye, something it. And it may be the one. When I pulled some of the yarns, some of the flosses that she had recommended, it was, you know, they were so light on some of the other fabrics, so dark, you know, anyway. So I don't have this one forgotten. Plus, I didn't bring it in here to show you, but knowing that I wanted to do this first day of Christmas, this little partridge in a pear tree, I was at home. And look at the sweet little ornament I bought. It's a partridge in a pear tree. Isn't that pretty? So I've got that. And then they had like a pear tree, a big pretty like gold, you know, I bought it. Then they had something that was like, it was probably quail. But anyway, it looked like partridges with the candle holder. I bought that. So I am all ready for my tree. I have a whole little scenario set up for the thing. Just don't have the tree. So I got to get started on that. Okay, one of the other things I bought in my haul for Christmas, here's the deal. You know, they had sales on Black Friday, you know. And one of the best sales, or one of the ones I bought the most from, I think it was the best sale, was Fat Quarter Shop had a sale. A couple other people had sales. But anyway, one of the things I bought was this Feliz Navidad, you know, from Blackbird Design. And I want to stitch it. Now, I was wanting to do more samplers next year instead of so much just seasonal, you know. So this is on my plans for next year. I'm giving myself, you know, grace on that. But on that, before Black Friday, I think it was, that Quarter Shop had 20% off or something, fabrics and everything. So, honey, I bought some fabric. But anyway, so this one right here is Vintage Country Mocha. I wished I'd have bought more of it, but I didn't. But anyway, so I've got that kitted up and ready. So it's officially stash. So when I stitch my stash, that's part of it. Okay, now this is another one. Same kind of thing. Had to have it. Didn't need it. Had to have it. This is Santa Stops Here. Isn't that cute? I'm sorry, I'm not taking out the plastic. And this is from who? Who is this from? Santa Stops. Oh, Brenda Gervais. I should know. I always say Brenda Gervais. Like, you know. Anyway, isn't that cute? Santa Stop Here. I love the house. I love the border, the whole thing. So it's kitted up and ready. I'm looking a little bit forward. And this is Affogato. Is that how you pronounce it? Affogato? A piece I bought from Fat Quarter Shop. And it was Fiber on a Whim, which I got to tell you, Fiber on a Whim is turning into one of my very, very, very favorite things. And it's 18 count, so I'll be doing the oval one. You know, like I'm all that. Okay, so I like that one. Okay, now hands-on design, besides the ornament in the book, that I bought. You know, I bought the little ornament book from the Jingle Ball. I also bought Kathy's Oh Christmas Tree instead of Oh Christmas Tree. Isn't that funny? Oh Christmas Tree. Anyway, so these cute little ornaments, I think I could stitch those out in, you know, 1 or 2 nights as fast as they are. So I have that kitted up and ready this year, next year, year after, whenever it happens. Okay, this I bought from Teresa Kogert. Kogert. I just love some of her patterns. But I don't know why this tickled me. I laughed when I read it. Santa knows your heart that's true, so he's bringing wool for you. Isn't that cute? Look at that little sheep. I mean, Santa's darling. Love the border. Love the holly. Love the pennies. Love that little sheep. I mean, I just want to eat him up. Not eat. I just think he's darling. Okay, so anyway, so that was something. And I bought it at the Jingle Ball, but I don't know, you know, I don't think it was exclusive to the Jingle Ball or anything. Okay, now, let me clean up a little bit because I've covered up the prizy things. Oh, hang with me. If you hear a loud crash, that's understandable. Okay, I'm going to show you just a couple of other things I bought from the Jingle Ball. And one of the things I bought, and I don't have it in here and I could kick myself. Kathy Haberman from Hands On Design had 3 little trees. They are so cute. Unfortunately, they are on my bedstand, on my little tray that I roll over the bed to stitch with. And they're so cute, and I didn't bring them in here. But anyway, so those were something I bought from the Jingle Ball. Now, y'all know, besides loving Brenda Gervais, and besides loving Blackbird Design, and, you know, Teresa Kogut, and all that kind of stuff, I also love Satsuma Street and designs like that. I have started her Halloween patterns that are those real bright, you know, festive Mexican colors and things, and I love them. Well, one of the patterns she had at the Jingle Ball, isn't that pretty? A Christmas Wish. Peace 2022. I wished I already had this done, but I don't. But I wished I did. Isn't that pretty? And getting to visit with her was just fun. I'm saying visit with her. I just sat and watched. But getting to hear her talk and tell her story and all, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. So then when I went to her site, because, you know, it wasn't enough that I buy stuff from the Jingle Ball that's exclusive and new. No. I've got to go back to these people's sites and pick up some other older stuff. And here's the what I call the Christmas version of that bright little story. I love these. And this is the Noel sampler from Satsuma Street. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay. And then, last but not least from her, me with my blues and greens. This was the Silver Peace Tree. And it's, I haven't stitched anything for years. I mean, it's been 20 years since I've stitched on a, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to tell you it's been 40 years, 30 something. It's been a long time since I've stitched on a paper, you know, the little paper. But I think I'm actually going to stitch this one on paper and then mount it on a framed background or something. Isn't that darling? But anyway, so I love that. Okay. Now, I have a little bit of haul that's going to take us forward. I don't have, I have no clue how long this thing has been going on. But looking forward to next year and after, when I was on Fat Quarter Shop and buying, you know, on sale and all, this takes you back to autumn. But isn't that a pretty little pattern? Autumn Gratitude from Scissor Tail Designs. Sorry about the plastic. I love those. And then this is another one from that same Scissor Tail Designs. And it's Autumn on the Square. Aren't those pretty? I cannot wait to do those. Not today, not tomorrow, but at some point. Hopefully I live that long. Okay, now I'm getting close to the end, guys. This one was one I bought from that sale. And it's the needle, be it though so slim and slender, is both a maker and a mender. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Isn't that pretty? I love it. And it's by Brenda Gervais. I can't wait to do this one. Oh my gosh. So kind of the sampler Cummins thing. Okay, I was fighting, trying to figure out what samplers I wanted to do. And you know, I teased, I had started out, I don't see him over there, but anyway, one of the first things I stitched, getting back into stitching, was that little DMC kit with the bright little cat. So when I saw these from Blackbird Designs, and they're from a series called the Loose Feather series. So those of you who are familiar with that kind of stuff, you know, this is She Sights a Bird, and it's got a cat. So I bought it. And then it's Spring Fever. And if you look at them, they actually will go like, I think it's like this, you know, on my wall or something. You can see how they kind of border each other and all. So I loved them, and I said, can't wait to stitch another little cat, kind of thing. So I'm excited about that. That was part of a haul from them. This is some Christmas cheer that I bought, and man, I wanted to get these done this year, and I just didn't. And don't they look easy? I love them. But they're from Jeanette Douglas Designs Christmas Cheer Pin Pillows. And I think they're going to be really pretty to do. So that was a little bit of haul. Okay, and then looking forward even more, I did. The odds of me doing this are somewhere between none and real close to none. But I went ahead and bought Jan Hicks' Palace of the Winds. Isn't that gorgeous? It doesn't, looking at it and even the size and everything doesn't intimidate me too much. I don't know why I'm scared of it. One of the things is she talks about the thread that she used is an expensive limited thread or something. And I'm not a red person, I'm a blue. So I'm going to have to think on that and see what I want to do different, because she calls it a study in variegated thread. So I'm like, let me think about this. But it's so pretty. So I bought that thinking there's, that. And then one of the other samplers that I went ahead and bought, and I'm saying sampler, I'm not sure if y'all would call it a sampler or not, is this Blooming Bouquets. And the main reason I bought it is, look at that border. Isn't that pretty? So I bought that, and that's a Jeanette Douglas. And it looks like not old-fashioned, like prim old-fashioned. This just looks all out old-fashioned to me, but I absolutely love it. So, and I'm hopeful I get it all done. So anyway, okay, those were the, these are the threads for the, they go with the little Blackbird Design loose feather. See those two little patterns. Okay, now that was it for now. I have plenty more to show y'all, if we live through to another one or something. But I've just about killed y'all with this. So let me back up. And, I do want to go over Stitchy Kindness or Acts of Kindness or whatever they say. I don't know what they call it, but thank y'all so much. I got a card that was from Cammie Benson, one of our viewers, who is the sweetest thing. Look at this card. How darling is that? And anyway, isn't that cute? I put a spell on you. So thank you, Cammie, for the card. It meant the world to me. It's like I just love it. And then this chart was one I was looking for. It was a what do you call it? Like when they have a retreat class or something, they have a limited edition chart that they do for the retreat. I don't remember the name of it. Anyway, but it was from a store up north that Kathy has gone to, and I hadn't been, up near where she lives. Anyway, but it's a Plum Street sampler, and it was This Happy Morning. Isn't that a pretty pattern? Oh my gosh, I love it. The bricks and everything on that bill. Oh my God. I love it. Anyway, but I couldn't find it, and I didn't go to the class and all this kind of stuff. And so a sweet, sweet woman, Vicky, I love you. I cannot thank you enough. I have not mailed your, well, I've been sick. I'm going to use that as an excuse, but best of intentions, be soon. But look at the card Vicky sent me with this chart. She bought 2 of them, which, who hadn't done that before, kind of thing. But Vicky bought 2 of them and was sweet enough to send me that chart. Look, that matches my shirt. Anyway, I'm going to frame this card because it's just worth framing. So anyway, thank you so much for this. I'm going to move my fingers. This Happy Morning. And it says vintage version, and I think she kept the other version. There's 2 versions. And she kept the other one, so thank you for that. Okay, now last but not least, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your sweet comments. My sincere, you cannot know how sorry I am. I don't know the winners from the last time. We're going to get it, but the things are still here, unfortunately. But you know, they're coming anyway. But so these are things, and they're a little out of season now by the time you get them. But I am going to draw. I said December 25th. Yes, okay, December 25th, I'll draw, which is next Sunday. So if you'd like, this is from the Fat Quarter Shop, which has sent us some stuff to give away. I cannot thank them enough. You know how much I love the Fat Quarter Shop. God knows I bought enough stuff from them recently. But, oh, and Kimberly was doing a video the other day, one of her floss tubes, and she's, I don't know if she called it a cold or the, what she had, if she had the flu or the cold or the something, but the same kind of, the poor girl could hardly talk, but she suffered through and did her floss tube. Anyway, Kimberly, I just love you. The Little Fat Quarter Shop. Okay, so if you write fall somewhere in the comments, you'll be entered to win this Fall is in the Air sweet little chart. And it's from Stitch Quarterly with It's So Emma. So that's Darling, Fall is in the Air. I've got this Rudolph to give away. So if you write Rudolph somewhere in the comments, you'll be entered to win the Rudolph pattern. And I saw, you know, at first I was like, you know, looks so, I don't know. But then when I saw it being stitched up, I was like, well, that is Darling. It's just cute as it can be. So I like him. So Rudolph, if you'd like to be entered to win that. This is the pattern. Oh, I wished I had gotten this to y'all already. God, it's just killing me. But this is the cookie cutter ornaments. I'm not taking out of plastic, sorry. If you write cookie somewhere in the comments, you'll be entered to win these. And it's from Cross Stitch by It's So Emma. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 12 different ornaments. And I don't want to misquote her here, but I think the Fat Quarter Shop got back in or was getting back in the little tartlet pans. So how cute are those? And of course, I just love these little bright colors and things. So, and then last but not least, you know, y'all know I quilt. I have some quilts to show y'all. I went and learned how to do some machine quilting, you know, freehand machine quilting with a long arm in a store in Las Cruces. Had a blast. The lady, the teacher there, his name is Stephanie. Oh my God, I feel like I've known Stephanie all my life. She is so funny. She's a great teacher. I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. Quilting's not, you know, not the best, but it's mine. So I liked it. But anyway, the moral to the story, I love quilting. This is a pattern, one of the patterns that the Fat Quarter Shop sent us to give away. And it's so scrappy spools. So if you write the word spools in the comment, you'll be entered to win this one. And it's designed by Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet Company. And you could do the whole quilt. You could do pillows. You could do a table runner. You could do a little tote bag with those on. I just think, how cute are those? Look at all the different designs. Look at the little American flag one. How cute is that? So if you'd like to win this quilt pattern, spools. If you'd like to win the ornaments, cookies. If you'd like to win Rudolph, how easy is that? And if you'd like to win Fall is in the Air, just fall. Somewhere in the comments, and you'll be registered to win those. I'll draw on December 25th. Hopefully, I'll do a video. Just about to make it. Hopefully, I'll do a video right after that and announce the winners and get these off in the mail to you. And if you've hung in this whole time, I want to thank y'all so much for hanging in. To Missy and Kathy and Alicia and Jessica and all the people who are doing Kea Bee and those ladies who are doing these wonderful things. Thank you so much. Just bringing joy to our lives. And I'll have the information below, hopefully. And y'all stay well. Excuse me. Stay well. And most importantly, have a wonderfully safe and happy holidays. Joyous holiday and winter season to all of you. Hope to see you again soon. Bye. Let me find my mouse. Hold on. There it is.